There are hundreds of Hermes Agent videos on YouTube right now, setting up tutorials, basic demos, connecting a model, and ask it to code. But the features that makes Hermes actually dangerous in production, nobody's covering them. I've been running Hermes daily alongside my Claude Code stack, and today I'm showing you 7 features buried in this framework that most users never discover. Let's quickly jump into what this video is and why you should care. Hermes Agent crossed 188,000 GitHub stars by June 2026. It picked up nearly 100,000 of those in just 8 weeks, making it the fastest growing open source agent framework this year. It's backed by News Research, the team behind some of the most capable open weight models in the space. I run production agents every day. I've stress tested Hermes in real workflows, not just weekend demos, and I did the security review that none of the tutorials bother with. Most Hermes content covers the first 10 minutes. This covers the next 10 months. So without further ado, let's jump straight in.
Hey, I'm Johnny Nel. I spent years building businesses the old hard way, managing teams, scaling operations, and doing everything manually. Today, everything I built, from automations and no-code infrastructures to fully AI SaaS products, has AI helping in one way or another.
Firstly, let me quickly show you this. In South Africa, we call this a braai.
I build with AI tools that, in my opinion, anyone can learn to use. My mission is simple: to help creators, entrepreneurs, and business owners get clarity with AI. Let's build smarter together and enjoy this video.
Here's the gap that nobody talks about. Without these 7 features, Hermes is just a self-hosted chatbot with extra steps. You install it, you connect a model, you chat with it, and you wonder why you didn't just use ChatGPT instead. But with these features turned on and configured properly, it becomes a self-solving autonomous system that gets smarter while you sleep. The distance between I installed Hermes and I can actually use Hermes is massive. And it's these 7 features that will make or break your production. So let's look at number 1, Wake Agent. Most people set up Hermes and leave cron jobs running every few minutes, burning tokens on empty poles. The agent wakes up, checks if anything changed, finds nothing, and you still pay for that round trip if you're using API. Wake Agent fixes this completely. It's a smart cron system with a pre-check parameter called Wake Agent that only triggers the LLM when specific conditions are actually met. Think of it like a guard at the door. The guard checks a simple condition, no AI required, and only lets the agent through when there's actual work to do. The official docs call these gate recipes. File change gates that trigger when a specific file is modified. SQL counts gates that fire when a database row count crosses a threshold. You define the condition and the agent sleeps until it matters. If you're running scheduled tasks every 5 minutes without this, you're paying for dozens of zero content agent turns every single day. Wake Agent turns polling costs into near zero. Now let's look at feature number 2. No agent flag. Arguably the most cost-effective feature in the entire framework is the one that doesn't use the framework's main selling point. Version 0.14.0 introduced what they call a no agent cron. 0 LLM costs, 0 tokens burned. You use Hermes tool infrastructure, the HTTP requests, the file system access, the API connections without making a single AI call. TLS certificate monitoring, uptime pings, Stripe webhook health checks, scheduled database backups, all of these are deterministic. They don't need an AI to think about them. They need a reliable runner to execute them on schedule. Most people don't realize they're paying for AI reasoning on tasks that don't require any reasoning at all. The no agent flag is how you stop doing that. Moving on to feature number 3, multi-profile isolation. Here's a problem I see consistently. Someone installs Hermes, starts using it for DevOps monitoring, then adds personal task management above that, then starts doing client work through it, all in one profile, one shared memory, one set of skills. Total context pollution. Multi-profile isolation shipped in version 0.6.0 gives you fully separated agent profiles inside of a single Hermes instance. Each profile gets its own configuration, its own memory, its own skills, and its own gateway state. Token lock isolation means two profiles can't even accidentally share the same bot credential. You create a profile with one command, switch between them with a flag. Your DevOps agent doesn't know your personal agent exists. Your client-facing agent can't access your internal workflows. Separation that actually works, not just labels on the same pile. By the way, guys, the actual production configurations, the wake agent schedules, the security hardening files you can copy into your own setup, that is all inside of the AI Founders Vault. The link is down in the description below. See you in there. Feature number 4, the skill auto generation. This is where Hermes starts doing something no other agent framework does. After you complete a complex task that involves 5 or more tool calls, Hermes automatically generates a reusable skill for that pattern. No configuration files, no YAML, no manual setup. The agent watches how you work and builds shortcuts from your actual behavior. Each auto-generated skill gets a name, a description, trigger conditions, implementation steps, and verification criteria. All structured, all reusable. Next time a similar task comes in, Hermes doesn't start from scratch. It runs the skill, fewer tokens, faster execution, better results. You are not programming the agent, you're training it by using it. Feature number 5, the Curator system. Skills don't just get created, they get managed. This is the piece that most people miss entirely. The Curator shipped in version 0.12.0, built from over 1,000 commits and 550 merged pull requests from 213 contributors. Technium, the founder of News Research, announced it directly as a self-improved loop for the agent's skill system. Here's how it works. Every 7 days after the agent has been idle for at least 2 hours, the Curator wakes up and audits the skill library. It tracks usage per skill. Skills that haven't been used in 30 days move to stale, 90 days archived. It never auto-deletes. The worst case is archival, and you can always restore from there. And guys, this is Hermes' actual competitive advantage over every other open source agent framework out there. Other frameworks, you need to manually configure every form of behavior. Hermes watches what works, keeps the useful, and quietly retires what isn't. Now, fair warning, some users have raised concerns about the Curator being too aggressive with custom skills they want to keep. If you build a skill you use seasonally, once a quarter, you'll need to know about how the archival timeline works. But the system is transparent and nothing is ever deleted. Let's look at feature number 6, command approval system. This is the one that keeps me up at night, and it should keep you up too. Hermes ships with a default permission mode of allow all. Let me say that again. Allow all. Every file operation, every system command, every API call is approved by default. An independent security audit found 4 critical and 9 highly severity vulnerabilities in that default configuration. 9 CVEs were filed in just 4 days in May 2026, including a critical remote code execution vulnerability in the web UI. If you tell a human assistant, get this done by any means necessary, they have empathy or legal fear to constrain them. An AI agent has none of that. Broad permissions lead to untrained tool access when it's not configured correctly, which leads to goal obstacle collisions, which leads to improvised solutions you never authorized. That's the mechanism chain behind every agent security incident you've probably read about. The command approval system is how you break that chain. 7 layers of security, manual approval mode that gets dangerous operations behind human configuration, a hardline block list that cannot be disabled even in the most permissive mode, and if you're running Hermes in production without switching off allow all, something is running your credentials right now and you may not know exactly what it can do. But here's the toward framing. When you configure this properly, you become the builder who ships autonomous agents with confidence. Not because you're reckless, but because your security model is airtight. That's a position almost nobody in this space can claim. Now let's look at feature number 7, multi-platform gateway. Setup tutorials show you how to connect 5 or 6 model providers. Here's what they don't show you. Hermes ships with a unified gateway that supports over 35 LLM providers out of the box. Think of OpenRouter, AWS, Bedrock, Azure, Foundry, Anthropic Direct, Google Gemini, DeepSeek, Llama for local models, AI, and so much more. You're not locked into any single provider, and you can route different tasks to different models based on cost, speed, or capacity, all from one configuration. And the cost math changes everything. Self-hosted Hermes running DeepSeek version 4 costs $6 to $8 per month. Compare that to credit-based pricing on closed source agent platforms, and you're looking at savings that compound every single month. Not to mention leveraging NVIDIA's free API access. On the messaging side, Hermes connects to over 20 platforms, including Telegram, Discord, Slack, WhatsApp, Signal, and as of version 0.14.0, Line and Simple X is also added. One agent, any model, any channel. And the biggest benefit of Hermes is the compounding effect. And this is the part that genuinely gets exciting. Each of these features is useful on its own, but combine Wake Agent with skill auto generation and the Curator and something different happens. Your agent sleeps until conditions matter. When it wakes, it runs learned skills instead of reasoning from scratch. The Curator prunes what doesn't work and keeps what does. Over weeks, the system gets faster, cheaper, and much more accurate without you touching it. That's not a chatbot. That is an infrastructure that compounds. Works are tools you use. Hermes, configured properly, is a system that uses itself. Subscribe if you want more features that nobody else covers, and drop a comment and tell me which of these 7 you didn't know about. And because you want to go deeper, the AI Founders Vault has the production configurations behind all of this. The exact weight agent schedules that cut my token cost by roughly 80% in my setup. The permission hardening files I run after every install, and the multi-profile templates I use to keep client work separated. The link is down in the description. I'll see you in the next one.